Hello, everyone. Welcome to Achieving Success with Olivia Atkin. I'm your host, Olivia Atkin. Each week, we will discuss the roadmap of achieving your personal and professional success. In these solo episodes, I pull back the curtain on podcasting, entrepreneurship, and personal success. You'll hear the strategies I use, the lessons I've learned, and the honest stories that have shaped me. So you can build not just a successful podcast, but a business and life you're proud of. Today, I want to talk about one of the most overlooked growth strategies I see in business and podcasting, being a podcast guest. Whether you are already a host of your own show or have zero plans to launch one, guesting is one of the fastest ways to build visibility, authority, and relationships. And I know this firsthand because guesting has been a part of my journey from the very beginning. The very first podcast I ever guest on was a good friend of mine. We actually call each other twins. My good friend Marcus Ogden and his podcast, the Get Authentic with Marcus Ogden podcast. His podcast was only a few months old at the time. We recorded that episode in late September or early October, I forget exactly, of 2022. And just a couple weeks later, I recorded the very first episode of my podcast, Achieving Success with Olivia Atkin. But why does that matter? Because being a guest gave me two things. It let me step into someone else's space, tap into his audience, and tell my story in a way that built credibility before my show even launched. It also gave me perspective as a future host. I got to sit in the guest chair and really think, what kind of host do I want to be? What would I tweak? What do I want to keep the same? That experience showed me right away that guesting wasn't just about exposure. It was about learning, connection, and preparation. Let's fast forward. I've been a guest on well over 100 podcasts. I've recorded hundreds of my own episodes, and I'll tell you this. I've never stopped being a guest. Why? Because guesting lets me see both sides of the podcasting table. As a host, I know what makes a great guest. As a guest, I know what it takes to connect with a new audience. And staying active in both roles keep me sharp. Guesting is also networking. Every time you show up as a guest, you're not just recording an episode. You're building a relationship with the host, connecting with their audience, and opening doors to collaborations, referrals, and partnerships. Guesting isn't extra. It's a core growth strategy, whether you're already hosting or you're not. Here's the part most people miss. Everyone wants conversions. They want clients today, sales tomorrow. But what podcasts really give you as both a host and a guest is lead generation. Think about it. Every time you're a guest on a show, you're speaking to an audience that probably hasn't heard of you before. That's brand new reach, that's new ears, new awareness, and new potential leads. And the same is true for hosting. Every guest that comes on Achieving Success brings their network with them. People who didn't know me before now discover my podcast. That's lead generation right there. So yes, being a podcast guest is about sharing your story. But if you show up with intention, it's also about filling a pipeline. Guesting is one of the most powerful lead generation tools most entrepreneurs completely overlook. So, how do you do this well? How do you make guesting more than just showing up to talk? Here are a few lessons I've learned. 1, know the audience. Before you record, ask yourself, who are my listeners? What do they need most? 2, share stories, not just tips. People don't remember bullet points. They remember your journey, your lessons, your transformation. 3, make the host look good. Always. This isn't just about you. It's about collaboration and respect. 4, bring one clear CTA. Give listeners a simple, valuable next step, a free resource, a guide, a way to connect. And this is personal for me. Every single guest I've had on my podcast, I've stayed in touch with. Every host I've guested with, I've kept that relationship alive because podcasting isn't a one and done. It's a long game of building community. The best guests aren't the flashiest. They're the ones who connect, add value, and stay connected. Guesting works because it gives you borrowed trust. The host already has built credibility with their audience. And by showing up as their guest, you've stepped into a trust instantly. It works for hosts who want to grow their show. It works for non-hosts who want visibility. And when done right, it's not just exposure. It's lead generation. It's relationship building and authority building all rolled up into one. In 2026, visibility is everything, and guesting is one of the simplest, fastest, and most overlooked ways to grow. If you're ready to start growing and start guesting on podcasts, not just randomly, but strategically on shows that put you in front of your ideal audience, I'd love to help you. You'll find the link in the description to connect with me. And if you're a podcast host, don't forget, guesting is one of the best ways to grow your own show too. This strategy works on both sides of the mic. I'm Olivia Akin, and this is Achieving Success with Olivia Akin. Until next time, keep building, keep growing, and keep redefining what success looks like for you.